Heaven loves joy. John Keats, the famous English poet, said that he could be happy in the happiness of a singing bird. And the bird that he was speaking of was, in fact, the nightingale. Now, that poor man had tuberculosis, but he could be transported out of his troubles by merely hearing the singing of a bird. What a lesson that is for us. If he could be happy in that, how much more can we be happy hearing the singing of the Lord of the dance, Jesus, the singing of the Holy Spirit in our lives, the singing of God's glory throughout the earth, the singing of God's presence in our lives. And this is the thing. Joy is never solitary. Joy begets joy. Heaven itself is happy in our happiness. The way Keats was happy in the happiness of a bird, heaven is happy in our happiness. We are happy in the happiness of heaven, the joy of heaven. The whole thing multiplies. We multiply the joy of God in this earth. And you know, when people see our joy, see our happiness, see the smile on our faces, it blesses them. It blesses them. We multiply that joy. Joy begets joy. Especially when it's growing, of course, on the vine of Jesus. Jesus is the admiration and the glory of heaven, and all the angels love to see the vine of Jesus producing joy, peace, and all these wonderful things. And I mentioned something interesting in the previous video. Judaism teaches that God cannot speak to a gloomy heart. It's as though a troubled heart is full of noise, full of voices, and there's simply no room for God's voice to be heard. There's simply too much static. And his music palace cannot be heard by the gloomy heart. And there's a palace of music at the heart of creation, because the Creator made all things with a song. We were formed and framed in song. That is our natural habitat. So Paul said, in everything, give thanks. 1 Thessalonians 5:18. We feel right. We feel in our element when we're joyful.